Hello you guys, so it's been a while I feel since I've done like an apartment tour or an apartment update type thing, so I wanted to take you guys around and show you some new additions I've made to the apartment as well as some new plants. I'm going to be setting things up like a pegboard in my bathroom, a fogger in my IKEA cabinet, and yeah, just show you guys some new things that I've been doing, maybe give you some plant design inspiration. First, we're going to start in the kitchen. I talked about it in my last video, but I wanted to show you guys my passiflora again because it grows very fast. I set up this trellis here so the plant can climb up without me having to like add more twine or add more of these like plastic clips. The trellis is like kind of not the most attractive thing, but as the plant grows and covers it, it'll look really nice. My favorite look with plants is the natural overgrown look, so this plant is perfect for it. And I know I talk about it all the time, but it is genuinely like the it plant for me right now. I'm also growing this in like every other room in my apartment, so you guys will see more of it as this video goes on. This is my avocado tree that I got from my dad, and I planted it in this pot from Mipa's Pots and Plants. And for a while, this pot didn't have anything in it, and then I decided this avocado tree was perfect for it. Probably one of my favorite plant pot displays or like combinations. It also has this very nice pedestal that comes with it. I love how like tiny the pot is and then how tall the plant is. I always forget about this plant because it's behind the curtain. I have it climbing up the side of the window and it's getting really direct, harsh sun, but it's growing very well. Oh, okay. Whew, that would have been really sad if this dropped. Oh, I also have this nice wind chime. Sounds nice. I got it from IKEA. It's just like a dish drying mat, and it was only $2 or $3, but it's perfect for when you're watering your plants in the sink and then you need to like put a plant down somewhere to dry. I wanted to show you guys these little ceramic guys that I have in my kitchen. The chicken and then these two small ones were made by a subscriber a long time ago, and I bought it from them, and they sent it to me, so thank you. I'm holding Theo because he was barking. But now that he's in my arms, he's being very chill. He actually looks kind of sleepy. Over here in the dining area, there's my staghorn fern wall, and I recently installed these grow lights from Soltech Solutions. It's like their Highland track system, and I installed these because as summer came, the light from my south-facing window stopped receiving light that comes inside of the apartment. So I got these grow lights to help them grow because platycerium need a pretty decent amount of light to grow well. So I'm actually thinking of turning this into a platycerium gallery wall, kind of like how you would do with pictures in a picture frame, but I'm not really sure exactly how I'd arrange it yet, so that is in the works. And then I wanted to show you guys my IKEA greenhouse cabinet because I recently got this fogger. It is from Reptizu. I just unboxed this yesterday and I found out that this makes a really funny noise, and I was annoying Chris with it earlier. I'm sticking it through the hole that I made for my wires. So it's right here. This is like the piping. Is it doing it? Oh, ooh, how cool is that? Hopefully this will make it so I won't have to mist my cabinet as often. Online, I see people have their cabinet completely filled with fog, and then they open the doors and then the fog creeps out and rolls out, and it looks very cool. Ooh. Wow. Theo, what do you think? I'm just really in love with this cabinet right now. Like, it's very low maintenance and everything's growing well, and I just can't believe that I created this, kind of. I knew it would take time to look good, and I'm extremely happy with the results. In this area, you guys know my giant Dracaena reflexa, also called Song of India tree. Not much has changed with this, I've just been growing plants on it, but I did move this thing. This used to be over where the staghorn ferns are, but I moved it over here so that way I could put some more plants next to this window. All space that gets light is very valuable in this house. I haven't really talked about this plant much, but I got it from my friend Michael, and it's just growing so nicely. And there's no browning, and it has these really pretty fenestrations now. This is a top dressing mix that I am prototyping. It has Akadama, Black Lava Rock, and Hyuga Pumice. And these things are pretty expensive to get separately. It just makes the display look very clean. And I am going to be selling it soon, I think, on my Etsy. I'm not sure when, but I'm working on like putting packaging and stuff together. And what's nice about like top dressing is that you don't need that much of it. So even with the smaller bag, you get a lot of use out of it. This used to be in my bedroom, but I moved it out here. It's my asparagus fern terrarium thing and my little stool. This area with the vining philodendron is growing in very, very nice. It's just like overtaken this side of the wall. This is the living room. I don't really show this area that much. I don't really know why. I think the lighting isn't great here. My roommates that aren't Chris are moving out in a couple of months, and they're taking probably most of this furniture. And I'm really sad that they're taking this couch because it's like super cool. But I have to like think of what I'm gonna do with this area. I'm excited to do that because it's like a new area to decorate and arrange. I am thinking like every day about like, what should I do for this spot? Like what couch should I get? What rug should I get? Should I put plants here? I'll probably put plants there. Let's be real. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you guys the office. It's where I have my aquariums and where I have some plants that I'm propagating. Dun, 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 dun. It looks kind of crazy in here. It's like a plant lab, but I actually kind of like that because while outside is more curated, or like my bedroom is more curated, I'm able to have stuff look a little cluttered, and yeah, I don't know. I like it. It's like a nice change. Down here, I have a lot of plants that I'm propagating. So I have my passifloras that I'm propagating and some other plants. It's just like a propagation setup. Even though there is a lot of stuff here, it's kind of organized and looks pretty nice. And then I also have like miscellaneous plants that I don't know what to do with or like where to put. So they're just underneath these grow lights growing. And this aquarium is the one that I was doing the dry start method with for a while, and it's growing in really nicely. The algae issue is pretty much completely gone. I put some shrimp in here and they're doing well, and the plants in here are also growing in nicely. It's looking more or less exactly how I imagined it when I first set it up. I do need to do some trimming and cleaning up with some of the plants. This is my aquarium that I set up a while ago, and it's not looking great. The filter got messed up and died like 3 months ago, and I just haven't fixed it yet. So it's been growing without a filter. The only issue is that there's some algae growing on the glass, but other than that, it's looking pretty nice. Now I would like to talk about the sponsor of this week's video. Today's video is sponsored by BetterHelp in honor of Mental Health Awareness Month. May is a month to raise awareness about mental health, fight stigma, and provide support for anyone struggling with their mental health. Growing up, especially being in an Asian household, I never really talked about my emotions or feelings, or really heard anyone in my actual life talk about it. So for a very long time, I had difficulty understanding my feelings, and I was extremely emotionally reserved. I've been seeing my therapist, E, through BetterHelp since November. She's just really helped me a lot in this area. Just the way we're able to talk about emotions and feelings in a non-hostile and judgment-free way. I remember when I was younger, if I talked about how I felt, I would just like burst into tears. So this is definitely like a very big progression for me. By talking with my therapist in this way, it's now extending out to my relationships outside of therapy, and even through YouTube and stuff. Like I feel more comfortable talking about like personal things. Another big theme of Mental Health Awareness Month is advocating for access to mental health care. One of the reasons why I finally started therapy after putting it off for so long is because of how accessible BetterHelp is. They offer customized online therapy that includes video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist. So you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. BetterHelp is more affordable than traditional offline therapy. You can apply for financial aid during the sign-up process, and they accept HSA benefits. benefits. There is a broad range of expertise in BetterHelp's 20,000 plus therapist network that give you access to help that may not be available in your area. You just fill out a questionnaire that assesses your needs, and then you get matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. Then you can schedule secure video and phone sessions, plus you can exchange unlimited messages, and everything you share is completely confidential. You can request a new therapist at any time at no additional charge. For this mental health month, if you or someone you know is struggling, please share BetterHelp with them. You can use my link to get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/benjiplant. I feel like I haven't really shown you guys much of the bathroom. And here I have these grow lights strung up. They're also from Soltech Solutions. I strung them up with like this jute wire. I think it looks kind of like, oh, I just strung up some wires, and it's very natural, even though they were all very intentionally placed. I am putting up some pegboards here to make use of this light and have some plants growing on here. These like pegboards are extremely versatile for plants or just like for anything that you need easy access to, but you don't want to clutter the space. I'm gonna put this one up and then I will style it with plants. So this is the pegboard. I got this like brown one because I feel like my bathroom is already super white. I also hung up this air plant from the wire. Just showing you guys. This is a Platycerium superbum. I have this like wire that it's connected to, so I'm just using it to hang on top of this pegboard. Very nice. These are from IKEA too, and they're made for the pegboard, and they're perfect for these pots. I think they're like 2.25 inch plastic pots that I will link down below. They just fit perfectly, and because these have drainage holes and this doesn't, I can just water directly in here and this will act as a saucer. The container completely covers the pot, which is also really nice. And then I also got the shelf maybe right here. And then I want to put terrariums on here because this would be like a perfect location for them. I have this glass container that I'll eventually put moss in to make a little terrarium, but this is the perfect spot for them. I have this string of turtles that's been growing in my shower bathtub area. I think they look good right here. Yep, I think that's pretty nice. Then I have this other begonia that I got from Jahao. Right here. Oh, looks pretty good. And then once this has moss in it, I think it'll also look pretty nice. But what's fun about this pegboard is that I can rearrange things very easily instead of like making a hole in my wall and then like having to make another hole in the wall if I wanted to move it. So yeah, this is like a very fun thing to play around with. This pegboard I already set up. So this is mostly for like my cosmetics and things, but I'll also put some plants on here, obviously. This shelf I made by myself. It's a very crude shelf. It's just like one slab of wood and then a wood leg that I made from a plant stake that I screwed into it, but it works. And it actually looks pretty good in my opinion. So yeah, let's just put this together. I'm using this shelf for my cosmetics and stuff. And I'm also having this Passiflora vine here climb up the wire or cord, so that way it'll like go all across my bathroom. These are my cosmetic things. I used to just put them on this shelf, but I don't know, it's like not an ideal place in my opinion. Also, for anyone wondering, my skincare regimen or like routine is pretty basic. It used to be kind of crazy because I was like very into skincare when I was in high school, but I kind of like stopped being as into it. So I've just found these couple of products that work really well for me. Just really quickly, this is a Dokdo toner. So I put this on first, and then I put this snail mucin essence on second, and then I put this Dr. G cream on third, and then I use sunscreen in the day. And that's pretty much it.
Looks good.
It looks good. Yeah, very nice. And then obviously I'm putting up another Passiflora vine. And I think I want it right here and then have it climb up this cord. Maybe even a bit lower. Maybe like right here. Okay, I think that's nice. And then I have this moss. This is also from IKEA for the pegboard, and It's just like a clear container with a lid that can slide out. I'm gonna put it up here, maybe up there. Lastly, I'm gonna put up this Platycerium veitchii. I'll put it right here. Okay. I'll move my toothbrush on this side. Yeah, okay. There we go. Okay, I think it needs to be a little bit lower, actually. Huh. Oh, that looks good. Okay. In the shower, I have another Passiflora vine growing, and I set up this trellis in the corner so that way it can grow out and like grow in, and while I'm showering, I could see leaves and plants, and yeah. This pothos is growing very well. I put it in here when I had spider mites to die, but then I think the humidity killed all of the spider mites, and whenever I shower, I just like take the shower head and just spray it a little bit at the top, and then that's how I water it. This area looks really nice. I like how this looks right now. We are in the bedroom. Not that much has changed here, but I did want to show you guys this like rack thing that I use to hang stuff. I'm able to hang my scissors and my broom and my bags from, and it looks really nice, like all together. I displayed these things because I use them a lot. Like it's just nice to be able to pick it up and then cut something and then put it back. They also are just like very nice looking tools. I am thinking of putting this cute little like mushroom fungus shelf is what it was called up here, but I am not sure exactly where I want this yet. So I was gonna put it up for this video, but I'm very indecisive, so I'm not sure if I actually want it there yet. Obviously, another Passiflora. It can grow really well in low light conditions too. I also wanted to show you guys this Philodendron UPI. Like, I don't know, it's growing a lot now, and the petioles of the leaves are so long. It's like a spear. I'm putting my variegated money tree over here, the one with the broken pot, because it was in the living room, but it was kind of like a dangerous area because Dave would play and stuff, or like it would just be sort of close to the walkway, so I've moved it here where it's a little bit safer. I also wanted to show you guys this plant, my Anthurium pendens. It's now growing this leaf that's super, super long, and it's probably going to need to be moved soon or something because it's going to start touching the floor. Now, let's give some updates on the balcony. Okay, so first, let's start with this area. I put up a shade cloth for some new Platycerium that I got that I didn't know where to put. But this is kind of like the perfect environment for them because they get nice filtered sunlight. I also have this new mat that I got for the balcony. It's very cute. And then here's Theo. He likes this area because it's where the sun comes in first. It's kind of nice because now I can put certain plants here that I wasn't able to put here before. I put up another IKEA pegboard to mount more Platycerium. Because my roommates are moving out soon, I'm gonna have access to this entire balcony area, which I'm very excited about because it's just so much potential for new things and new displays and arrangements. So yes, excited for that to come. Right here, I have a Passiflora trifiscata, I think is what it's called. And I'm having it trellis on this wall, and hopefully it'll like eventually go on this wall and then onto the trellis here, and then create a nice framed look in this area. An update on my pond. The fish started laying eggs. I just saw them about a week ago. And I started feeding them this really like fancy, I guess, fish food. I had to import it from Japan and it took like 3 months to get here. Someone commented like, oh, if you feed them this food, then they'll make a bunch of babies. So I got it, and a few days afterwards, they started producing eggs. So yeah, I'll show you guys me feeding them. Theo's looking at him right now. Hey, you like the fishes, Theo? And this creeping fig that I have right here is looking really nice. It's grown in a little bit more now that summer's here. And then my wisteria is looking pretty nice. It's growing like really fast, so I see why people say that it can take over an area, but in this case, that's kind of what I want. I've been using the balcony as a place to hang out with Theo too. I lay out my mat here and the wisteria provides shade for my head, and then Theo will just like sunbathe next to me, and it's really nice. I'll actually show you guys like the setup that I create. It's been like a daily thing now with me and Theo. Here's the roll-up mat that I've been using, and I just lay it right here. And then I'll like set out here to edit or lay down with Theo, but since there's no sun here right now, Theo doesn't want to come on the mat and he's just hanging out on the bench. But it's been nice to like edit and do work out here. I'm really happy with the balcony space that I've created for myself, and so is Theo, I think. Okay, so that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the updates. Theo's chilling out now in the sun. I will see you guys in the next video. Hope you have a good day, and goodbye. Goodbye, guys.